Teddy Feinberg, Brook Stockburger, new Sun News building means new media room. It's a really nice building. I really like working here.
It's beautiful. I've never worked in a new building before. This is outstanding.
It's made a difference. I feel like I'm going the extra mile.
Just trying not to spill anything on the carpets, get anything on the walls. You know how it is.
Well, just keep up with that. We're going to talk, obviously, sports. That's what we do here on the program. We're going to start out by talking about Aggie Signing Day. National Signing Day was yesterday. Of course, some high school athletes signed, and it's always tough to judge the Aggie signing classes.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they had a new head coach who just came in the other day.
Exactly. You know, Tony Samuel, when he was here a couple of coaches ago, used to always say, you know, ask me in 3 years when you would ask him about the signing class. You know, you don't know who's going to stick with it, who's going to turn into a star. A lot of California kids, you know, they're hitting the coast so far real well. I know Martin wants to hit into Texas. You wrote about
California's that's more of what was Walker's area.
Yeah,
Cali.
Being the UCLA guy and everything.
Exactly, they put an emphasis there. I will say this one thing about Walker leaving. I know people say, well, can Martin hang on to the signing class? And actually, Martin hanging on to the signing class isn't the issue. Here's what happens when a head coach leaves. Obviously, there was some talk of Dwayne leaving for some time. And what happens is that these assistant coaches are people too, and in my estimation, that means assistant coaches are going to be looking for work at the tail end of the season either, and that might affect recruiting as well. A lot of the times these signing classes, I know Dwayne's first year taking over for Mummy, it was a wash, different set of circumstances obviously. I'm not saying this is a loss here, I'm just saying the jury is out because there's been a lot of turnover, again, with assistants as well late in the season.
Exactly, and you know, you're not blaming them for anything, but you also wonder, was their mind completely on recruiting as much as it would have been had they knew they were staying for another year? I
mean, it's human nature. They're looking out for their careers. I do want to bring up the high school guys as well. We had Isaiah Polanski from Oñate. He went to New Mexico Highlands. 4 Cruces High guys, Rudy Guerra, Jacob Benegas, Taylor Tisby, Lane Cummings, all signing with, well, 2 with Eastern, 2 with Pima Community College. So congrats to all those guys. Aggie football schedule, they're playing an independent schedule. This is the best Aggie football schedule ever. Their home schedule, Minnesota UTEP, San Diego State Rice, Abilene Christian, Boston College, Idaho. It's awesome. 2 BCS schools. They play Texas and UCLA in money games. Obviously UNM, Louisiana Raging Cajuns, Florida Atlantic. That rounds out the docket. Awesome schedule.
I'm curious about your definition of best, though. Best for the fans who want to see big programs, or best for the Aggies themselves? I mean, they have an ACC team, a Big 12 team, a Big 10 team, a Pac-12 team.
Right.
You know, Mountain West teams. You know, this is a 111 team who's going up against Murderers Row next year.
For the coaching staff, it probably isn't the best. But you know, I think they're going to surprise a little bit this year. Because let's be honest now, UTEP has a first-year head coach. Aggies can get that one. Abilene Christian's going to be sneaky. They put some NFL, Johnny Knox, Bears receiver, Abilene Christian. I believe Daniel Manning went there. They put some NFL guys into the program. I think Florida Atlantic, Idaho. These are winnable football games. UNM. Again, I mean, I look at the schedule, I'd be elated with 4 wins. Elated. But, you know, I think that, 2, 3, 4, I think it's possible.
Yeah, and it would be a shake-up with a new head coach, you know, someone who's familiar but also new at the same time. A little bit, that's a different sort of situation, and, you know, that just might, you know, give a little oomph to the team, but I still think it's going to be a really tough fall.
I do find it interesting. Martin comes in, he's saying all the right things about community this, community that. He hasn't coached a game here yet. This is a very hard job. Aggie basketball, they've won 9 straight. They're looking for 11 straight. They host Idaho this evening. It's Thursday. And then they host Seattle on Saturday. Aggie basketball is playing great basketball.
Yeah, nine straight winning games. And, you know, they're just going for that WAC title, the last one. And, you know, they do this. We've talked about this before. They get into conference play and they go crazy. So I think they're the toast of the conference, the way they handled Utah State down here. It's a very interesting season. It's
tough to argue. Obviously, Tyrone Watson, you know, he got just charged with aggravated battery. He's had some legal issues. I feel like the team's really coming on. They're not really missing him at this point. Bonja C has been a monster in WAC play. He's been the go-to guy they expect. Sim Bular's been great. They've been on fire. Again, the WAC obviously is down. So, I mean, the Aggie basketball team, they were picked preseason #1. They could definitely end the season #1 the way it's going. So,
when they were 6 and 8, I didn't know if you'd quite call them a well-oiled machine, but right now they are.
No, I mean they got into WAC play and they took off. Folks, thanks for joining us as always. At Teddy Feinberg on Twitter, at B Stockburger on Twitter. You can check us out on our Sun News Sports Facebook as always. lcsun-news.com is the standard website.